Than trying to. All right, there we are. Well, Happy New Year. Welcome to 7/1/25. I don't think we've ever had a meeting on the first day of the new year. Usually we're recovering and having a mental day. I did not do that today. I did not recover and have a mental day, but we are excited to share not only wins from the past 12 months, because it is a big deal for us to wrap up our seminar year, but some exciting announcements for Mary Kay. So I'm going to do a little screen share here so y'all can, I was making sure my sound is not going to come through like it normally does. Hey, Heather Robbins, how are you? Jessica's on. I don't know if you can see her. All right, so we're going to go through these and y'all just stop me. Y'all can all interrupt me if you have any questions with anything, but I am excited to kick off our new year with y'all. Just so you know, this is the last night that you're going to see it. Today is the very last day you can register for seminar. And we would love to have you. It's in Charlotte for the first time, so we can actually drive, which is super exciting. If you register on site, I just want to say, side note, you will not sit with your unit if you register on site. So you can transfer, you can sell your registration if something comes up, but you cannot sit with your unit if you register on site. So we would love to have you. But that does end tonight. I'm really excited about, oh, and I got a fun announcement yesterday. They asked me to teach again. So I'll be teaching. I know it's such a huge honor. And we're working out the time because the time that they asked, I will be flying. I need to be leaving to go back to the airport because I'm leaving that night on Wednesday night. And so she's moving some stuff around. So I'm not exactly sure who I'm teaching or what I'm teaching, but I was super honored to be asked. And I'm sharing it because it's a really big deal because not just one time, that's just two times, but three times we are now the #1 brand of skincare and cosmetics in the world with direct sales. And that's going to play a part in what I'm going to share in just a second. So keep that in the back of your head. So here are this year's jewelry for those of y'all that have not seen it. Of course, the Diamond Bumblebee, and then look at this. It looks like a tiara for your hand. Would y'all agree? Like it is absolutely gorgeous. So this is this year's seminar jewelry. We'll get to see them, put them on, and take all the pictures when we get up there. But one of the coolest things I think Mary Kay has ever done is to put the prizes with the product because let's just get really back to the basics here. You're not going to win the rewards and you won't have the recognition if you're not sharing the product. So I don't know what their thought behind it was, but that was Casey's thought. So as you can see, the gorgeous Quarter Sales ring is with the lipsticks. The B is right there on the Confidently You. And then my screen's covering up. And then the runners up and the B's for the compact. But isn't that a cool little, I thought that was a cool little photo shoot that they did with the jewelry, just to remind us that as Mary Kay Ash, nothing happens until you sell something. So a couple more. And I put the one by itself on here instead of with a triple star because we have been asking for diamond earrings for a really long time, like in 21 years, where they've never offered diamond earrings. And these just aren't like kind of diamond earrings. Do y'all see these big honking things? Like, aren't those gorgeous? So I had to put those on here. And then the $500,000 ring, you can get gold plated or silver plated. They've never done that as well. So anyway, I always get really excited to see the jewelry. And then this is this year's promotion. And the coolest part is it's not just for the US this year, it's actually a global promotion. So I'm going to share with y'all right quick what this is. It's Power Up and Grow. So we've been having the Power Your Sales, but this year they're focusing on Power Up and Grow. So if you do a cumulative of 600 wholesale 2 months in a row, so it's July and August, not only will you get a prize from the company, they're giving you an additional 400 star points to help you boost your higher stars to get more star points. And it's the consistency of being not just the sales. You know, this past year we've had 700. So they actually lowered it to 600 wholesale. Just so y'all know, it's 600 wholesale for July and 600 wholesale for August. And you get the star points. You're already going to be a star, but you get the star points. And then look at this packed party earring set. I think this is the cutest thing. So this is your price from Mary Kay when you do it consistently. I love that they're not massive and huge and crazy gaudy. Like all the little trinket earrings are so in right now. So that is the new promotion. So if you're wondering what your unit's doing or what, nobody's in a national area anymore. We don't know. We haven't had time to think about it. We haven't had time to put anything together. It is all I could do to get the images on here and to learn what the promotions were. So bear with us as we wrap our head around all the changes. But any questions with this year's contest of Power Up and Grow?
Okay. It's 600 just for the 2 months of July and August, and then it's going back up to 700?
No, it's year round, but you're not going to win a prize every month. It's for every 2 months.
But they're
Oh,
adding the extra points, Lynn. So you're getting
okay.
like icing on the cake.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Some of
that
them
the
are,
little earrings that you just showed, that's if you do July and August.
yes. Yeah.
2 months. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm excited about it. First of all, I'm excited that it matches with being a star consultant. So a star consultant is 600 wholesale. So it goes back to that, but it's the consistency of doing it month after month after month. So great question. So here's the next part that I'm really excited about is um, nothing happens. Let's go back to the beginning. Nothing happens until you sell something. I'm trying to put all their pieces together because I know it makes this beautiful puzzle. So nothing happens until you sell something, which makes you consistently putting product on new faces, letting people try new products. We got a lot of cool stuff coming out. They shared with us today. Some of the new stuff coming out. And when you do that, that is going to be your road to success to be able to grow. So they have changed the DIQ program. So typically for DIQs, this is for anybody that wants to be a sales director. And if that's something that you feel like is on your heart, you want to talk to somebody about it, let us know. Your sales director will be happy to share more information. But as a sales director, you start, or as a DIQ, director in qualification, you start as this little tiny unit, right? It's you plus 8. And to do 4,500 wholesale as a little tiny unit is hard. It is very hard. Okay. So what they've done is they've taken the big picture here and say, okay, if they're only starting with 9 people, what would be a reasonable amount? And here's the thing. They don't want you asking people to get active. That's not the goal here. If your team members are not putting profit in their pocket, hear my heart. If you are not teaching them how to sell the product and to make a profit, they are not going to stay with you. So this is all about being intentional to teach them how to sell the product, being intentional to have new faces, and being intentional to grow that, to multiply that. Because if they're making money, they're going to tell more people. And if they're telling more people, you have momentum. And you know what everybody wants to join is a moving train. You cannot stay where you are with the same faces over and over and over again and have any growth. So I love how all of this is coming together because now what they're doing for DIQs is the first month, you just need 3,500 wholesale. For the second month, you need 4,000 wholesale. And for the third month, you need 4,500 because at that point, you can be a sales director. So they're giving you 3 months, but it's a gradual incline of production for you and your team because you're teaching them how to sell the product. They get excited because they're making money and then they start sharing it with friends and family. If we're just asking people to place orders, they're not making any money. Why would they share that with anybody? So it all works together. So any questions with what all of this looks like? Any questions with DIQ? If you go into the fourth month, let's say you do want 4 months as a DIQ, you do have to do 4,500 that fourth month as well. So it starts at 3,500, it goes to 4,000, it goes to 4,500, and then your goal is to do it in 3 months.
What about the people? Does that gradually increase? Do you have to have minimums each month?
24. Yeah, 24 people.
No, I mean like for the months. Do they have minimums for the months or is it just overall?
It's overall. Yeah,
Okay.
Great question. Yeah, it's overall. But isn't that exciting? I think this makes total sense. And it doesn't freak people out to start because if you're doing your 600 and you teach a couple other people how to do your 600 sell their product, which is about putting it on product on faces, that's how all of this works. So it's just one step away from growth, if that makes sense. But I think it all comes back. When I was studying this today and I was reading about it and having some quiet time this afternoon, obviously I took a shower at 4:30 p.m. which is not normal for me. But I'm like, I need to get away from the family. So I got in the shower for a long time. But I just thought to myself, okay, all of this is making sense. Nothing happens until you sell something. When you sell something, you make money. When you're making money, you're excited to share. When you're excited to share, people want to join your team because you're a moving train. And then you have a trackable number that is reasonable. Like you can wrap your head around it. So I don't know. This all got me really excited today when I put my blinders on and just kind of, like I said, Mary Kay might come out with something when they have our big call in a couple days, but this is how Casey interpreted all they have to say. So great question, Joy, about the people, about the numbers. Anything else?
What about for people who are already in DIQ?
Don't know. We don't have anybody in DIQ, so it didn't affect us.
We don't right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that won't affect us. I mean, I don't know if Amanda is still in DIQ, but
She made it.
Yes.
okay, so she would have to. It's like car qualification. Even though they might offer a new car, they're not going to change your requirement in the middle of you requalifying for a car. So when you submit and you sign that agreement, you sign on the dotted line what it was as of that date.
Okay.
So
Is it still 8 to qualify to get into it?
Yeah. So if Amanda came out, even though she's already done it once with the old rules, if she came out and went back in, she would go in with the new rules, which is 3,500 for the first month, regardless of how many people. Yeah. All right. Good questions, y'all. All right. Let's see what else I have. Oh, and that leads me to this. There's a makeover contest. So the winner gets a $5,000 visa, which is pretty stinking exciting. You can't actually submit your makeovers until July the 15th, but I thought it only made sense for us to have a New Year party with a little challenge. So I would love for y'all to have 15 people for your portfolio before we leave for seminar, which we leave the 28th for those of y'all that aren't going. And get people excited because you can share, it could be a simple dash out the door with some liquid eyeshadow and some lip gloss. You're getting them entered into this contest. And then when you're featuring them on your page and excited about them being a potential winner, guess what's going to happen? They'll share you on their pages. And then you just keep grabbing new people. So this is what the company's doing to help us be intentional to get new faces, is to offer the makeover contest again, because it's always a huge hit. You could do it just for skincare. You could do it for foundation matte. You can do it for whatever. It doesn't matter. It's more about the experience for her. And all of those influencers that are out there that say that all you have to do is post and there's nothing else to it, they're lying, because the ones that are making mega money, like millions a year, they have a videography team, they have a social media team, they have a wardrobe team, they have all of these things. And so it's false advertisement, to be honest, because it's not just happening. They're not just having all of this success without the hustle. They are paying a whole team of people, a whole crew of people, to be able to make it look flawlessly online. So this is your ticket to be able to make those sales. Mary Kay's paying for the rewards. Y'all hear the crazy storm out there. Mary Kay's paying for the reward. Mary Kay has all the advertisement. We just need the faces. So don't make this more complicated than it is, because they're trying to do everything they can to make it as easy for you. Yeah, Joy, go ahead.
I have a quick suggestion to get people into this makeover contest.
Oh, please
4th of
share. I'm gonna
July.
put my fan on.
Yeah, since it's 4th of July week, I shared this with Heather and Amanda today. Go into restaurants, like at the front of the restaurants where the people are waiting, or go into nail salons, or go into coffee shops, wherever, boutiques, wherever women are coming in and out the door, and sit there with lipstick samples, because it's 4th of July. Take some red lipstick samples, or take some red
Okay.
lipstick with little trial things that they can put it on, and let them know that you give them like a little goodie if you want, give them just your card, whatever you want to hand them, but invite them to the makeover contest. Or you can invite them to a glass skin facial or a facial, but it's mainly makeover contest right now, that you'd want them to be one of your 15 faces for this makeover contest, and tell them what they can earn.
I love that. I just saw somebody talk about the red lipstick and the blue eyeliner for
Yeah.
4th of July,
Yeah,
you
take
know,
it.
like your colors. Yeah, that's
Mhm.
a great idea. Well, people are out, whether it's parades, whether it's fireworks show, whether it's, I mean, people have time off this week, right?
Yeah.
So, I like always starting with people I know. Like just ask. I would love to feature you as a model and not overthinking it. I'm not a glamour girl at all, but I can throw some blush on, do some liquid eyeshadow, some mascara, and a lip gloss. Like that is easy peasy with some CC cream. Um, so I'm excited about the makeover contest. I hope you're excited about it. And this month is Kathy Lou would always say the races are won at the starting gate. And I'm not saying that you need to be in a race with anybody, but while the rest of the world is sitting back and relaxing and taking the month off, and I'm not saying I'm not having a vacation. I am. I'm not saying that we're not going to be all fancy and look pretty at seminar because we will. But we're not going to let this month just pass us by and not get started until August because you're already behind. You're already behind, and it's not a good feeling when you're trying to catch up. So this is our ticket to do that. So I hope you're excited about the makeover contest. It is such a great way. I wouldn't offer, to be honest, like your gift to them is to enter them in this contest in a free makeover. I wouldn't offer a sale. I wouldn't offer like, don't feel like you have to give away your store to do this. This is Mary Kay's gift to our customer. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Or sit there with like a piece of candy. Like you can get red and silver Hershey Kisses, or you
Oh
can
yeah,
get
that's a cool idea. Yeah.
and just hand them each a sparkler, those little tiny
But
sparklers.
don't feel like you have to let them shop 20% off because they're
Yeah.
helping you with a contest.
Yeah.
Make your profit. Yeah, make your profit. So I'm excited about that. Okay, I put this up there for y'all because it's about to close. So I want you to take a picture with your phone. This is a QR code. You can take a picture and just save the picture, and I'll show you how to use the picture in just a second. But this is a vision workshop. It's a New Year kickoff with a bunch of awesome sales directors. So I don't know if y'all know this or not, but little tech tip is you can take a picture and then just hold the QR code down and it pops up right there on your screen. So you can take a picture, hold the QR code down. It says open in Safari for me. And then that's the boards app. It's what it's taking you to be able to register. So that is next Monday at 8 o'clock. It won't be more than an hour and 15 minutes, Karen Idle said, but I hope y'all are on. I'm going to be doing the director one on Monday at 10. And then that's what we'll talk about next week. Okay. As we will go through that. So set your alarm. I'll put a reminder out, but I wanted to do the QR code there so y'all could register. I have no idea what the challenge is. I don't know what I did there. Recognition. Oh, there it was. It's the wrong order. Is the all of our Power Your Sales Achievers. So the last time for now that it's 700 wholesale. So Christy Lee, y'all, she had a killer month. She's in Alaska celebrating, and but y'all, she did over close to 7,000 retail last month. She her customers showed up big time. So celebrate her. Crystal Stanford, which came out of nowhere, she did over $2,000 last night. So she was a big part of our finish. Joy also had a great month. So congratulations to Joy and Denise. We'll keep this little party train. Keela, I don't know where Keela is because it's raining. She shouldn't be on the tractor. But congratulations, Keela, if you come back. And then Amy Harley, congratulations to you for finishing June super strong with your Power Your Sales. And then this is Sandy Stone from Heather Rios's unit. Of course, Lynn Walker, she had a great month, and Heather Rios. So congratulations to all of y'all who earned our cute little sparkly month. All right, so we put this together. We'll have an official celebration, but I don't know, when it's fresh and you're excited and you've worked really hard, I don't like to wait for recognition. So I threw these on here. We'll have an official celebrations with our top 10s later on this month. But Princess Court, y'all, Joy killed it this month. She had over 30,000 retail for the seminar year. And it's one of your highest years. I mean, I know you've done national court, but is this your highest you've done besides national court?
Yeah. So I've only missed national court 2, and this was higher than last time.
Okay. I didn't realize. Have you done national court twice?
I've done national court 5 times.
Have you really? Where have I been?
I don't know. I have 5 rings. It was
I
during
need to
COVID.
start putting
so,
pictures up here so I can see it. Well,
yeah.
no wonder I looked at it today and I was like, holy cow, she's done 30,000. I've been under a rock. So congratulations to you. I'm super proud of Molly. It was a stretch for her. She's only been in a year and a half and she was pretty far behind. And then she started taking some time off. So I'm super proud of her for finishing. For Keela, for wrapping hers up last night. Heather Negron also finished her Princess Court, and so did Heather Rio. So congratulations to all of y'all. That's a really big deal. Unit Court is 10,000. I just want to mention this because not everybody knows, but Unit Court is 10,000 retail. Denise Jones, y'all, she was only $160 away from Princess Court.
Ooh.
It sounded like my night for $500,000. I felt like I can smell it. Like it's right there. Yeah. Kaylee Daniel, I think this is her best year ever. So congratulations to Kaylee. And for Marcia Reed for finishing hers. And Unit Court of Sales, Amy Hartley, you were really close too. So congratulations to Princess Court. So congratulations to you as well for doing that. We don't know what these prizes are on there. We just simply got the flyer. So you're not going to get those cheesy little earrings if y'all are wondering. Nobody needs more jewelry in Mary Kay. Would y'all agree? We don't need any more unless it's diamonds. And y'all, this one was a beast. I'm not going to lie. This one was hard. It was hard because I procrastinated. I did. I procrastinated and I was not working. And so it got down to needing 2 more yesterday after needing 7 for the month. And so I had to call in some favors. But aren't you glad we got some good friends? So actually 2 of my past sales directors, Maggie Pritchett and Crystal Lofton, re-signed and did their qualified order last night.
Wow.
They love the product. I know, but they were completely out. So all the stars aligned. So if you're wondering how I did it, it's because you never burn bridges. This business is so much about relationships and loving people where they are and never letting them forget that they're a person before they're connected to a prize or a level of achievement. So anyway, this one replaced the Lost Bee, so I'm excited to have it. All right, who else has? Yeah, go ahead, Joy.
In the chat, Heather Robbins said that her and Kim, I think, did Princess Court. Is that right?
No.
Hold on. Let me stop screen share because I can't see anything but my screen.
You
Stop
said
share.
Me Too and Kim, and that was during something. What
Oh,
did they earn?
Heather Robbins, share what's going on.
Oh, 700. Okay.
Ah, perfect. I know. I need to start sharing with you the link for you to plug your people in, Heather, because I can't see your stuff. But congratulations to both of y'all. Yes, to both of y'all, so we can celebrate y'all each week. I'm so proud. What a great finish for our seminar year, especially for a brand new consultant. So Kim, it'll be easy peasy now because it's dropped down to 600 by seeing the faces. All right, I'm going to go back to share because there's just a couple more slides and then we're going to stump Joy is what we're going to do. Any other wins from last week that y'all want to talk about?
So I was pretty far, not super far from Princess Court, but $2,000 a couple weeks ago. And that was wholesale, not retail. So I kind of decided I was going to just throw it all in and see what I came up with. And I did sell over $1,000 in the last week and a half. So,
Nice.
And that was not any faces. That was just, my customers, reorders, things like that. But it wasn't enough to push me over, and that's okay. I'm all right with that. It's been quite a year and I'm still standing, so I'm okay.
Well, I'm proud of y'all. I'm proud of you. That is an amazing accomplishment. It has been a year for you and a lot of changes in life. So, Mary Kay always said, don't change the goal, just change the date. So I think it's a great reminder because I don't know anybody on this screen that is like excited and standing on the top of the roof saying, I did the most amazing year. That wasn't the year that most of us had, but we also had a lot of life that isn't posted on a billboard. So I'm proud of you for your accomplishment and I'm proud of you for holding your head up high and being proud of it because it is. And I think it's important for us to let our customers know how much this win means. And it's because of their loyalty and being connected to you. So regardless of how small you feel like it is, please don't let the enemy win over you, and share it with your customers, because it's not fair that they did something to help you and you're not proud of it. So make sure you let your customers know. Well, my win last week, it was a wild win, and I did a 40% off skincare sets only. And I had one of those sets sold. So that was a flop. I'm sharing all of this because there's a lot of lessons. The rest of it was 30% off. I did a 30% off sale, and I typically don't do but 2 sales a year. So they anticipated it coming. But listen to this. So my goal was 200 items over 2 days. That was my goal, because my average item is around $86. I keep all of numbers, so I keep track of that. So I knew if I did that, then that would be a massive push for us hitting 500,000. And so I ended up selling 280 items, 280, which was 7,780 retail. Y'all, $7,780. That is a lot of Mary Kate. There's some of it. Yeah, I've started, it's going to take me a month to get through all this. And then my sales after the discount, but before, like, this doesn't include tax, shipping, or anything, was $5,126. So that's what I brought in over 3 days, was $5,126. That is pretty exciting, wouldn't you say?
Mhm.
So, and Amy, like you said, I'm not proud of it, but that was not me doing faces. But what it was me doing was not being AI generated and put in a loophole that every other company, if you order from, I don't know, Big Hair, they're not going to call or text you and say thank you. They're not going to appreciate you. They just ship the product and then you get the automated thing. So what it was me doing was being intentional to tell them how much it meant. I would keep them posted on the win. I would ship the product as soon as it came in. Like, I carried on these conversations for 3 days with these people, and they were all in. They were, clearly, as you can see, they were all in on the win. So anyway, our products cannot be beat. Our products are already heavily discounted because we are not paying for a storefront. We're not paying for a celebrity advertisement. So I think these are good reminders, because once you get people on the product, they're not going to leave you. They love our product, but they love you too, love you even more. So they got to fall in love with you before they love the product. So anyway, that's the reason I'm excited about the makeover contest. All right. Any other wins last week?
I had a win today. I got to go deliver a product, and I actually got to see the person I was delivering.
That's always so fun.
Normally it's just a mailbox drop off or a front porch, and she was out. And I was like, and it was a brand new customer too. She just moved from Tennessee and found me on the website. I delivered to her today, and I actually got to see her face to face. So that was like a huge win, because I've got
so
customers
cool.
that I hadn't met. Like, I've met recently this year that I hadn't met in like a year and a half. I've never seen. They've been a customer for that long, and I've never met them.
And she
'Cause we
was a
do everything
website
vir-
referral from you being a star consultant?
Yeah.
How cool.
So
Aw, I
get to
love
see
that.
people. Yeah.
I know. That's awesome. All right. Let me go back here. We're almost done. I keep saying that. There was so much to share tonight. I knew there would be because of the new year. All right. So that is that slide. We're almost done. Let me move y'all over so I can see where I am. Our red jacket law still not on, but we're going to continue celebrating her until she gets on. So Amy Hartley, tell Lauren to get on so she can see us celebrating her in person. And then Christy Peppers shared the business last week with Caitlin Graham. They've known each other. Christy's mom actually babysitted Caitlin. So they've known each other since they were itty bitty. So I'm so proud of you, Christy, for sharing. She actually signed up without Christy even sharing. So you created a welcome space, a safe space. She had done Mary Kate in the past, and it wasn't the most, she didn't say it was negative. She also didn't say it was great. But she had been watching Christy from afar and saw her enthusiasm. She had seen her pictures from us being at seminar together. So she had been watching, you know, how people are always watching. And when she was ready, she reached out to Christy and signed. So it was a really cool story. Last day to register for seminar. Okay, so Joy's doing tonight. I need somebody to volunteer to do a product feature next Tuesday and then the 15th. And thank you, Heather Robbins, for choosing the 22nd. So I'm excited for Heather to share. Anybody want to take a product next week to share on 7-8? I'm going to put your name on a wheel and spin it. If y'all don't say something.
I'll do something.
Okay, perfect. All right, thank you, Lynn. So that'll be next week. All right, anybody else feel spunky and want to do the following week?
Don't we have a new person on here?
Oh, Joyce said I can. Perfect, Joyce. Even better. Yeah. So the goal here is, why are you excited about it? Like, share your enthusiasm with us so we can get excited about it to share other people. It does not have to be a PDF. We don't want a science lesson. We want to know what you're excited about. All right. So we are going to stop there and let Joy take over. So Joy, I'm going to spotlight you.
Okay.
So spotlight for everybody. All right. So tell us how you came up with this idea.
Okay. Well, a lot of people, you're talking about what the company's doing right now, and nothing happens until you sell something. And a lot of people are nervous about selling something because they don't know about the product. They don't really know a whole lot. And what if they ask me questions and I don't know what to suggest and blah, blah, blah. And if you haven't done all your training on InTouch because you haven't had time to do your training, you don't know the product. So it makes you nervous to have an appointment in person because you don't know all the stuff, right? Okay, so I'm going to give you some tips on what you can do if you're new or if you haven't done all the training or if you just don't remember. A lot of us just don't remember things.
And I haven't done all the training.
I mean, there's a lot of we have a lot of products. What is it, over 1,600 now, I think?
Yes, I will say they're conscious of it and they're trying to decrease the SKUs. So it is an issue.
Yeah, so we have a lot of products. And we want to be able to service our customers correctly. So that's why I kind of had this idea of, I want you guys to all pretend like you're at my house, you're a customer and you're interested in a certain product, or we just come in and talk and just start hitting me with products. Well, what do you think about this product? What about this? Y'all just call them out and I will do my little presentation for you as if I was your beauty consultant. And if you stump me, I'll tell you what I would say if I was your beauty consultant. So anyway, Lynn, will you set the timer, please? She's going to be my timer.
Oh, look at there. Did y'all talk about this before?
I had a question.
Oh, yeah. You had a question?
No, go ahead. I'll wait your turn.
And I've done lives in the past when I used to do lives all the time. And everybody's like, how do you know so much about all these products? Like, where are you coming up with all this stuff? So here we go. Just call them out. Who wants to go first?
All right. One of my favorites is oil-free hydrating gel.
The oil-free hydrating gel. All right. So that is, we call it purple pudding. Purple pudding?
Yep.
Isn't that what we call it?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It is an amazing supplement. So if you want some really good lotion, let me just tell you a little pro tip. If you want some lotion in the summer and you don't want it really heavy because you sweat a lot like me, you can use this on your body too. Like you can use it anywhere you want to use it. And it's really great for if you have oily skin. You can have any skin type and use it, but it's a very lightweight moisturizer that you can use any time of day. You can use it morning or night. And you can even tap it over your makeup if you want to. Like this stuff is just phenomenal. I don't know the price point of it right now, but
I don't either. Is it
Yeah,
34?
I think it's 34.6.
yeah, I don't remember the price point of it, but it has a green tea extract in it. It's going to help prevent those free radicals from getting to your skin. So it's going to give you all the benefits that you need as far as skincare goes, but it's going to be non-greasy gel. It absorbs quickly. It's lightweight and it's going to hydrate your skin for up to 10 hours. You're going to love it. And it's going to be a great body lotion in the summer for sweaty people like me. All right, who's next?
What's the best mascara?
The best mascara. Okay, well, that depends on what kind of look you are going for. We do have a lot of different mascaras, but I am going to tout my favorite one right now because I like a lot of length. And we have a Great Heights mascara that is going to give you lots of length. It has a built-in primer and it's going to lengthen those lashes. The way that the wand is formed, it actually grabs all those little bitty lashes and like lengthens. You're going to be blown away with just one coat. Now, should you be putting on just one coat? No, you should probably put on like 2 to 3 coats, but you are going to be blown away. I suggest you do just one eye and compare and send me a picture when you do, because we're going to wow everybody with your before and after pictures on your lashes. So, but we do have lots of different kinds. We have an ultimate if you want some volume. We have a lash intensity if you want the falsy look. We have a panorama that is going to fan your lashes out if you like that flirty fanny look on your lashes. And we have waterproof that you can put on top of all of them because everybody needs waterproof. I need waterproof because you could probably make me cry right now if you wanted to. Oh, I'm very emotional. All right, next.
What is the supplement that y'all love?
Any product. It could be skincare, whatever.
How about the clinical solutions?
Did you hear that, Casey?
Nothing.
Okay.
Clinical
Solutions.
Solutions Boosters.
Yeah, I was
Clinical
gonna say, I
Solutions
heard
Boosters.
clinical solutions.
Clinical Solutions Boosters. Is that what we're talking? Okay. Well, if you have
the
a
resurfacer.
Okay. If you have a specific need, that's hard for me to say, for texture, for correcting any kind of texture issues with your face, the resurfacer is going to be fantastic. Also, if you've got your décolleté needs a little bit of work, maybe you've got a little too much sun damage on it, this is going to be a great addition to your skincare that you're going to use at night. You're going to wash your face, put this booster on, let it sit overnight. You can put your moisturizers on top of it. And it is going to smooth your skin out. So our boosters are really, really great for specific skincare needs. We've got the resurfacer to smooth your skin. We've got the hydrator. We've got the vitamin or the C niacinamide brightener. Sorry, ferulic acid and niacinamide brightener if you need brighter skin. And what's the other one?
The line reducer.
The line C plus resveratrol line if you've got like specific wrinkles that you need to target. So those boosters are just a nice little addition and easy to use. You just drop them on there, add it in on your nighttime routine. So
Great answer.
Yeah.
all right, ask me one more. How much time do we have, Lynn?
We have 10 minutes.
Okay. Y'all can't think of any other products? We have over 1,600 products. Y'all name a product.
Okay, what if I think that the day cream for the repair set is too heavy or too oily? What's the other option for
That's a
day
good-
cream if I'm using repair?
That's a good question. Okay. I would stick with your repair line. And if you need to just replace either the day or night cream, we have a fantastic antioxidant moisturizer in our Miracle set that you can swap out for it. And for daytime, you can add that daytime defender on it that does have the SPF. Or at nighttime, if you need to change the retinol cream, you can add the night treatment from the Miracle set. So that is an option. Or of course, that oil-free hydrating gel that Casey mentioned earlier, that's another option that you can use. And you can even put the SPF defender on top of that. So we have a couple of options that you could try. You can always get samples and see which one works best for you if you need something a little more lightweight. The thing I wanted to show you, since we got like 10 minutes left, I want to show it to you. The thing that I've always used for lives and different appointments and stuff is an old school binder. Now, you can pull up all of these products. Every single product we have, you can pull up a product fact sheet on every single thing, whether it's a color or skincare item, and you can get all the specs on it. You can get all the sciencey stuff on it. You can find out what it does, or you can learn about it on all of the you have one started on all the training classes. but I have found that this, and I've actually taken these binders with me to my appointments in the beginning when I did them, because I had a lot of people asking questions and I was like, I can't remember all this junk, along with remembering what I'm supposed to do for a skincare class and all the other things. And then, doing it by myself, it was just a little much. And you can print these things out and keep them updated as we change different products. So I'm going to show you my actual binder. And it is right here. It is massive. In the front, I have the lookbook. My suggestion to you, I'm knocking over my Starbucks. My suggestion to you would be to go through your lookbook, put little price tags on the products, and you can have the price right there. I didn't get a chance to finish that today. I was going to show you that too, but you can have the current price. That way, if people are asking you and you're virtual or on the phone, you can flip really fast, talk about it, and tell them how much it is. This right here is paraben-free products. This is also on InTouch. You get a lot of people saying, do you have parabens in your products? There you go. There's information about it. These are all of our perfumes. And then I go through tabs. So Clinical Solutions. This is our brand new one that's coming out. But you have all the Clinical Solutions stuff. MK Skincare. So the new skincare regimen that we have. Clearproof. I just put tabs and go through it. So it's easy to flip and find. And then I have a separate binder for color. Same sort of thing. It's smaller. Obviously, we don't have as much color. But it seems like a lot of work. And it might be in the beginning, but you could just, 1 week you can print out and set up repair. The next week you can do the next. You don't have to get it all set up right off the bat. But I highly recommend doing this if you like paper. If you don't, you can always save these fact sheets PDF and create files for them. And if you're fast with going through stuff like that and finding it for somebody, that's your thing. That's not my thing. I would be like, hold on a minute. That's not my thing. That would stop me. But you can do it either way, virtual or on paper. And like I said, put the prices on there. And then whenever people give you pro tips about what you can use other products for, put a little Post-it note inside that little flap that goes with the product. So like my microdermabrasion has other uses for it. My charcoal mask has what you can use it for. Gel mask, all the extra uses, so that when you flip to it, you can be like, oh, hey, by the way, So it's just a great way to keep it organized.
Cool, I know, system. And I don't know about y'all, but the fear of someone asking me something that I didn't know the answer to almost paralyzed me, to be honest, because being an introvert anyway, and then a total tomboy, not a girly girl, like those kind of product things. I mean, I literally had a flip chart of products. So I love that. It makes you look professional, and you care about what you're, you know what you're talking about, but you care about the customer. And then it gives you that peace of mind that you don't have to remember all that stuff. You don't have to remember all that stuff.
Nope.
That's so awesome.
I have something else. A week doesn't go by that somebody does not text me or call me and say, I need the TimeWise. Period.
Yeah.
I need my TimeWise product. Now I can look it up. I know my customers, what they have purchased in the past, but explain to us why we have TimeWise on some products and not on others. And it's on a lot of them.
Oh, wait, is
Yeah.
that a question for me?
Yeah.
Oh,
Tell everybody. I mean, some people might not know.
here's my answer to that. I didn't get to give this answer earlier. That is a wonderful question. You know what? I don't have the answer to that right now, but I have a lot of Mary Kay sisters that I could text right now and ask that question to. So I'm going to do that and get that information for you. But that's a great question. And then I'll know next time somebody asks me. You can always say that too. If you don't
Yeah,
have
do
the
you
binder.
know? Do you know? Really?
I mean,
Seriously?
It doesn't have if it's not on it, there's no TimeWise complex.
Yeah,
Right.
the
No
complex. that we have in there.
age fighting.
Yeah,
Right.
just like repair.
Yeah.
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 I just wanted to be able to say I have lots of pink sisters that'll help me get that. You can
The
always say
thing
that too.
is you would rather them know that you're actively trying to find the correct
Yeah.
answer instead of just making something up. So
Yeah.
what a great point.
You don't have
Well,
to know
too,
everything.
yeah, and then that'll encourage them too, because they'll be like, well, if she doesn't know everything and she has resources, maybe I could do it too.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. That's awesome. I haven't seen your binder. I'm so glad you shared it.
I've had my binder a long time.
I can tell. I can tell. Well, I will say the company is going to be adding some cool things to your binder over the next few months. So I am excited about it.
I have one of them.
Yeah, well, Joy brought up a good point that for us to be able to have the type of customer service Mary Kay Ash wanted us to provide, you know, like what Joy did today, actually seeing the person and greeting them and having that face to face, they know that it is imperative that they keep the number of SKUs down. Because it's really hard for us to be able to have a full store with all the foundations and lipsticks and everything else. So they are actively working on making your binder smaller, but not doing less as far as skincare goes, you know. But I'm excited about the new Chroma Fusions. We've talked about it, and we didn't talk about it tonight. I took the slide off, but our eyeshadows are changing. So as you're selling through your eyeshadow now, don't order 3 more hazelnuts because they are changing the formula this fall. So I'm excited to see. I don't even know how many eyeshadows we have now. I could count them, but you know, how are they going to change that? And are they going to do more of the seasonal palettes, which are pre-filled, you know, because our customers love those. I mean, they love having those seasonal compacts already filled together. So I'm excited about it. Well, that was awesome. Did you read your comments?
Oh, no, I didn't. I didn't have that.
Yeah. I see my
Oh, so Joyce started her
Jessica,
binder
I
offering.
know Jessica loved the idea, so I'm excited.
And do we still get like discounts on printing at Staples or wherever? Do we get that?
No, not really. I will say because
I
I
mean, I
think
just print
I mailed those newsletters. I think FedEx offers a discount, but Staples does not. Oh, Tina's got hers there. So what I will say is my original cost to print all of those newsletters from Staples when I uploaded the file, it is color. I chose thicker paper because I have a fetish with nice paper. But it was $860. So I looked online to see about coupons. So if you don't have a FedEx, like Tina and I don't have a FedEx here, then I found a $250 coupon. So I brought it down to $600. So we don't have the discounts for Staples. We do with FedEx if you have one near you, but there are some awesome Staples coupons online that do work. You know, but it's like if you order 50, you get $20 off. If you order 200, you get whatever. So, but they're pretty consistent with it. So great question. All righty. Well, I'm excited. I love these. Thank you, Joy, for having the idea and sharing all the product knowledge. Knowledge is power. And if you're excited about a product, I'm telling you what, people get excited about it. Dawn and I, my friend Dawn and I were talking, she likes numbers too. And I was like, okay, what is a product that's like instant gratification is good for? She's like, let's do the mask. She loves the biocellulose mask. And do y'all use the biocellulose mask? Have y'all ever used the biocellulose mask?
No, haven't.
It's instant results. It's not long term, you know, I mean, your skin, but it's instant results, which is kind of the environment we live in, right? People want instant results. So just showing that, you know, not necessarily what's in it or how long it lasts, or I did share that before, but I ended up selling 16 biocellulose masks. 16, y'all, and they're $70 a pop. Of course, I gave them a 30% off, but they paid shipping and tax on it. So, but still, that is like, you get excited about a product and just focus in on that one, whether it's the bronzer, the Great Heights mascara, we've talked about that, the charcoal mask. How many of y'all were around when the charcoal mask came out? And then we started wearing the mask outside of our home to try to sell more masks. Do you remember that? Like, we looked like we were smoking something, walking around town with masks all over our face. Yeah. So anyway, pretty exciting stuff. All right. Well, next week is Lynn. So we're excited to see what Lynn's going to bring for us next week. And congratulations again on a fabulous finish. And let's be intentional to have at least 15 faces by July 28th. Remember, you can't enter your guest until the 15th, but you can totally do them now. So don't let that hold you back. Well, y'all have a great 4th. I love y'all. Oh, we gotta get our picture. Gotta do our New Year party picture. All right. Y'all ready? Sorry, it's terrible with this lighting right here. All right, 1, 2, 3. Gotcha. Okay. Well, thank y'all for getting on, celebrating the new year. I'm very proud of y'all and excited to see a new year ahead. All right. Bye, friends.
Bye-bye.